that. So let's go over the E-Day trailer. Let's just do like a quick walkthrough of what I'm looking at here. It's full screen, that bad boy. Hopefully it's not copyrighted, but we'll see. Let me know if you're in the chat if the audio is too loud. I will lower it. But yeah, so yeah, I saw this earlier, so this is going to be my first watch through. This is going to be something that I've seen before, and I am kind of excited for it.
Stay sharp. Don't let them surround you.
Okay. So one of the big things that I saw, like, right, let's go back. I'm just gonna do like I'm just gonna sit down and do the full review, then the full watch along, just so you know, copyright issues. So let's go back here for a second. Let's pause this. What the fuck is that? You see this guy in the back? That's supposed to be Marcus, right? Who the fuck is this? They're grabbing a snub pistol. Okay, fine. But you see these noodles? What is this? Where are his biceps, man? Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Also, like, what the fuck? Is he dropping that? Oh my god, it's taking me 30 minutes to get through this. Okay, okay, so he was dropping. They got a pipe. You got this military dude in like a green drab. Pretty sure it's this dude. You got Dom in the back, and you got Marcus. Overall, though, from what I was watching the first time, I did enjoy. I don't like the way how small Marcus looks. Right. Yeah. Maybe it's because he doesn't have the Gears armor on, the COG armor.
Okay.
Movement doesn't look super bad, to be honest, just by going through this. Also, I do not like how they turn the wretches into like feral wretches. If you know anything about the previous like basically some of the footage from, you have the active reload, so you still got that, which is a 4-part of Gears. So like they kind of look like juvies, you know. You've got that nice blood splatter, so they're keeping that, obviously. This is going to be a PlayStation, not on the PlayStation, only PC and Xbox as well. But looking at it right here, it's like the juvies e-hole, it looks good. They really shouldn't know what's coming out. I don't like to call them freaks. You know, obviously I'm not going to call everything about it. Or wretches or anything like that, but I do believe in this lore, Marcus is the one that came up with their names too. Natural pickup, just completely pasting these juvies. They look like juvies from Gears 4 and 5. And like the partial reload as well, that's something that was really nice in the previous titles. I do believe that was the thing that started in Gears 3 with the partial reloads. Always cinematic with Gears, to be honest. Like that is a good cutscene. That's like an in-game, in-engine cutscene right there, and there's a good chance that will literally, if you're up there, just kills you. Also, the lack of grubs, you know, the lack of drones prior to this, and it's like, okay, now they got a retro Lancer. This is obviously prior to when the Lancer Mark II shows up, so they're not going to have any Lancers yet. I'm pretty sure on E-Day, Marcus wasn't in a random city in the lore. I could be wrong. I think he was in Kelowna, to be honest. I don't remember. It was so long since I read that book. Corpser, beautiful Corpser. Obviously that he's just in his shirt and stuff. So that was like my main thing. Obviously the Lancers looking pretty good. Hip firing, obviously, as with the retro. Now you finally get some grubs. My problem is, you see, like, their silhouettes, like, I'm so used to, like, the Gears 2 and Gears 3 silhouette, where they're just big beefcakes, you know, there's just big, beefy boys. And what gets me is that we're sitting here looking at it. It's like, okay, what's actually happening here and so forth. But I think they're just a little too small. I would like their biceps to like quintuple in size or anything like that, to be honest. Also, that fucking power slide. Are we serious? That's gonna be a problem. I don't like that. Let's watch that. Let's watch the codification here. So, see, one, there's no roadie running. He's not roadie running. He's sprinting, which sucks. Because, you know, Gears has a special thing where instead of sprinting at top, they're crouch walking while they run. And it's unfortunate. Is this on max HD as well? Is that just the way it's coming out? I don't like that, because you can see, like, maybe they're going to get away with, like, the insane Gears movement that you have. Because, like, all honesty, like, if you go back to watch, like, Gears 1, 2, and 3 movement and, like, the wall bouncing and stuff, it makes COD look like a joke. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, you're going. Am I putting you down? Oh no. Okay, fine. My cats just roll all over me. So yeah, I think their silhouette's too small. Obviously, that's always good. I love the bayonet charge. You know, obviously we're in E-Day. We're before, just after the Pendulum War ends, they pop up.
It's on the other side of those apartments.
Okay.
At least that thing carved us a shortcut.
Yep. I don't like the random 2 new people. You know. This is a good looking Gears. No Carmines. So he is just a random dude. He's got a mulcher, which, you know, I don't remember. Okay, he's coming throw hands with that wretch. Good for him, buddy. That's why you wear a helmet.
Nice shot. Oh, where the hell did you lot come from?
Oh.
We heard your distress call.
Well, you saved my ass.
Yep, here we go, boys. So yeah, unfortunately, I did watch this previously before I started streaming this game. So that's going to be before I started streaming this, so I do know what's happening. I am just going to do like a quick overview again. So like obviously I know what happens here. So again, I like the grubs. You know, like the character models, I'm not super fond of. That is a weird. That doesn't feel right in a Gears game, just jumping over everything. But I get it, you know. There's nothing necessarily wrong with them adding a little bit more movement. Obviously, they still got the awesome execution from Gears, you know, the staple Retro Lancer execution, the decapitation with it. Looks pretty good. So, like, overall, this game looks good on this little demo section. You know, he misses the instant reload. You got Berserkers. That Berserker is almost like a, if you guys remember in Halo Infinite, okay. She's just getting. Here she is. This is what she's been bothering me. You can go away. And she runs immediately back up. So if you guys remember in Halo Infinite, there are brute berserkers that effectively do the same thing. I don't believe there's ever been like a Locust just plain sprint at you melee variant. There's been Grenadiers and they just walk at you with a shotgun and start laughing at you. That's a thing, but never a dedicated, just shirtless guy. So that's gonna be interesting to have, because once you start getting into insane level, this guy is terrible at shooting. Like this is gonna be cool platforming and stuff. It's just not Gears, you know. It's just not Gears, and that's my only problem with it. And it's I'm like, Gears 5 had a similar issue where there was some movement and stuff I didn't like, and then there was some characterizations or whatnot. I didn't feel like Gears, but this definitely, like, it's got the bones, and I don't mind it. You got the hammer burst coming in, you know, you got the guy sprinting forward, blah blah blah. He runs out of bullets. Click, click, click. He fails his active reload, and now he's gonna get, you know. See, in this section, this is exactly how a Locust should react, right? Because, you know, if you know anything about Locust, just like his bicep just feels too small. Like, I feel like they should add like 10 extra inches to their biceps, because like it's like my arm, you know. It's like my arm, you know. And my arm's fucking flabby and all blah blah blah. And these guys are like the super soldier enhanced elite. You know, these guys are, you know, 8 feet tall, superhuman strength, and then you get that giant chainsaw cut their body. I wonder if a chainsaw is just gonna be a weapon. And then you got Ty coming in. Seeing him back, yep. That's a good feeling, boys. If you Ty is such like a big thing for the setting, like in the book wise, but like in actual, like, it's not showing up. But this is some actual gameplay. You got a new boomer. Hopefully it's just a boomer. See, I don't like the slide. When they're dude, they took that down. It's a good execution. Another good execution. It looks like you can execute boomers. Hold on, go back. That kind of looks like a boomer. That kind of looks like a boomer, to be honest. It looks like a type of Theron guard. Because this will be Scourge. This is before ROM comes to power, if I remember correctly. This will be Scourge. And it looks like they do have some armored wretches, if you look at that picture. Looks like some sort of grenade launcher lancer as well. You got the long shot with, oh my god, what's his name? It's the Colonel. I forget his fucking name. The Colonel's here. I don't know who this lady is. I don't know why they added her, but they did. So that's going to be interesting. More armored wretches in the back of that picture, to be honest. But the description of the description of the show said that this game is going to be like a buddy cop drama with Marcus and Dom, and I'm hoping for that. But I've seen some other pictures from this, and I'm not like, go back to the beginning here. This feels amazing. Like, oh, this is exactly how you want to open up. Like, if you guys remember like the original Gears of
Stay
War,
sharp.
like
Don't let
marketing,
them surround you.
you know, it always felt pretty fun. But you go back to this, and it's like, who the hell is this person? Why does she look like
There
this?
should be more guns.
I'm not trying to say like DEI detected, woke found, but like, come on, guys. Like, compare her to Anya or any other female characters in Gears. They've always been hyper stylized, and this just feels like stereotypical LA, you know, LA crazy person.
This isn't enough.
And then Dom, like, they look like
We should
these
still have
two
the police
look like
station.
they're supposed to. It's just, I feel like their arms and their legs are too thin. I think these guys should be much more muscular. Like, these guys are supposed to be super soldier, because they both were Gears prior to this, right? Because I believe Dom served in the Pendulum Wars, and you like compare Dom in the Pendulum Wars to this, he's like twice the size. Maybe it's because he's been out for a while, you know, I'll give him that. But I
I have more
just,
firepower there.
Right. Yeah. It's about
Lucas
two-
Reyes seems to be the other guy. That's gonna be Lucas. I don't, you know, there's some people who's like, oh my god, Hispanics in my Gears game, that's ridiculous. But like from what I've seen, like with the way Gears 5 went, I'm just not in the mood for any of this stuff, right? Because if you remember the writing in Gears 5, it was bad. It was bad. The Gears 5 writing was bad. If Gears 5 writing didn't suck, they wouldn't be making E-Day. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad Gears 5 is.
Blocks up ahead.
And just going back through, you know, this is exactly what it should be like on a Locust invasion. Just hundreds, if not thousands, of people dying every time to the Locust Horde. And you got some really nice stylized, like, there's already, you know, blood everywhere and all that stuff. You got the emergency broadcast. It looks good. Like, it doesn't look bad. There should, technically speaking, where are the krill? It's nighttime, right? The krill were part of this invasion. That was like one of the main things in E-Day, was that the original invasion happened during the day, and then the krill came out. I would wager, maybe I'm wrong, but I think the krill killed a lot more people than anything else. I could probably do. Let's do a quick Google search on that. Let's do. Or were krill present during E-Day? I'm pretty sure they were. Is unverified, but it's probably been accurate. So, yeah, during the show from Hallow Bay, District Beauty List of Speeds, Marathon Blazers, yeah. So, realistically, it's because of PvC things like that, but after E-Day becoming primary warriors. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong, but I think that there should be some krill, maybe not even a lot, but just some, you know what I'm saying? Just some.
Let's get moving.
And overall, I'm pretty hopeful. Like, I'm tempered my expectations. I've seen some like screenshots of some of the female characters, and they're just fucking brick shit houses compared to like Anya Strauss and Sam and all that stuff. And it's like both of them were active during E-Day as well. So I don't know why they aren't here with him, but you know, they want to add new characters. New characters that weren't in the E-Day novelization or the comics or anything like that. I guess that's fine. But yeah, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. So let's move on. We're going to be moving on from that to the